Hi friends. Okay. So, I hope you guys are loving the boot camp so far. Has been a very fun experience creating this one because this one has been a little bit different than the others. And if this is your third one with me, this one I think is going to be my favorite so far. So let's talk systems and playbook, because as the years go on, if there's one thing about me that you can depend on is I will create resources. I will create graphics and systems and tools, and you will never be short of resources here. Okay. I like to think of myself as the queen of resources, and safe to say, so does our company. So I will always create. Okay. And the place that you can always find them, though, is going to be our team page. So I want to really walk you guys through planning and prepping your resources. It is so cold here in Florida right now. My lips are so dry. So don't mind. Like, I'm like a lizard peeling off. It's fine. So let's talk systems, let's talk playbook, let's talk resources, let's talk team page and everything that is available to you, how to utilize it, and kind of a step-by-step for you. And maybe this will be a refresher, but then maybe you might see something that either you forgot about or you didn't even know was there. So first and foremost, you want to make sure that you are in the Limitless team page on Facebook. Okay. If you aren't, that's where you need to start, and that's where you need to go first. So the Limitless page on Facebook, it looks like this. And this is what you will see when you will minus this, because obviously I'm the creator, so you won't see this part, but you will see this. Okay. And here's the first most important thing that you need to know is that everything that is new or important can be found in this featured section. So our overall Telegram chat, for if you are in my downline, this is for every single person that is in my downline. Okay. This is for every single person that joins Thrive in my downline as a promoter and is a qualified and active. It does not matter who you personally enrolled with. If they are underneath me and you are seeing this in the Limitless page, you need to be in the Limitless downline chat. The reason being is because every single morning I will send a message with IPAs, tips and tricks. I will send in new resources in there. I will make sure that you guys know when there are trainings, when whatever it may be, right? You can ask questions, you can utilize that for all the things. So this is a must. Also on this post, you'll find our content thread for help with graphics. You can use anything in that chat as well. You'll also find updates. So while this is being recorded in December of 22, we have our 90-day run still going. The new promoter packs, whatever promoter pack options we have, if they change again, they will still be up here. We'll always put it here. You can find our team overall schedule. So January, when this is live, the January one will be here. You can find some different trainings and Q&As and stuff that I personally found to be super, super helpful up here. You can find where to order Limitless merchandise up here. You can find all the information, right? Plus the playbook if you need it. It's also in the guides, but all of the information of anything that I found to be important is up here. Okay. Our customer page. I really loved this November kickoff call, even though it was months ago, it is still will be up here because I loved the call. The first thing that I want you guys to know about is our guides. So what this is it is a 14-day onboarding system. Okay. Day 1 through 14, day 14, guide 14 being all of our boot camps. So the very first boot camp, the second boot camp, and then boot camp 23 will be updated up here in February once it is all done and ready for the replay. But y'all, this is gold. And when I tell you this is gold, I know it is because of the amount of people that have asked me to buy it from me. And I'm like, what? Like, it's literally free on Facebook, but the resources, the tools, and how it is set up, the concept of it, people are like, can you screenshot, send me all the stuff so I can utilize it? Well, sorry, but it's for Limitless. Love y'all, but I got to keep stuff just for y'all, right? So utilize this. If you are brand new and you have never worked through these guides, work through these guides one day at a time. Do not go through these in 2 days, right? Day 1 is guide 1, guide 2 is day 2, guide 3 is day 3, and so on and so forth. And here's something really fun. about these guides is I have uploaded into these guides a story option for every single day. So every single day, that you use these guides, or maybe even right now you struggle with what to put graphic wise in your stories, you can recycle these. Every day is something different. So start on the stories here and work your way through. There are before and afters. There are graphics for opportunity. There are sample ones. There's product ones. There's more opportunity ones. Y'all, there are all the things, right? Sample ones, a blank sample one that you can add your own pictures here. All of the things available to you. You just have to utilize it. This guide section is probably my favorite thing about our team page, because it has every single thing that you could ever ask a question about in here. Plus, it sets you up for every 14 days is a new 14 days. So if you are struggling with what to share and what to do, I want you to work your way through these guides every 14 days. On day 15, go back to the top. Recycle through the stories. Reuse them every 14 days. Every 2 weeks, you're reutilizing things. Why not? It's there for a reason. You don't have to just post one graphic and then never use it again. So that is something that is huge, and something that is super important for me. The next thing I want to talk about is our topics. We have an entire topic section here of all different things, and I do my best to keep them up to date whenever I make a post, so that way you guys have access to things. So for example, the planning your week. If you miss a Sunday planning and batching Zoom, you will find things in here with older batching and planning Zooms, right? You can find the newer ones here. You can find content map here, which is also in the guides. You can find all sorts of things going back, examples of a weekly planner, stuff like that, which I personally love. Okay, you can find story help here. You can find product information here, before and afters, some compliant product stuff, anything about product pictures, sample trackers, pricing. You can find all sorts of things like how I lead with the products, all of that stuff. Okay, so utilizing these topics are huge. Another thing that I want to show you guys is this little search bar, this little icon right here, this little magnifying glass. You can hit that, and maybe you want to find something on samples. Okay, so you can type in samples and hit search, and this will be information on samples. All sorts of things for samples, all sorts of things for samples, trainings, trackers, graphics, concepts, things like that. All sorts of topics that have the word sample in it. You can do that. So part of your homework and your assignment for today is to pick and decide 2 topics that you need support with, and go into the team page and find older resources and tools that you can kind of learn from, or maybe rewatch in a different mindset. I am a firm believer that you should rewatch things multiple times. The reason being because you're always going to be in a different mindset than the first time that you watched or the first time that you listened to something. So for me, I love to rewatch things and make sure that I am absorbing it in different mindsets and different stages of my business. So that is going to be one of your homework assignments as far as doing this portion of the bootcamp video. Okay, so the next, I want to go through our playbook with you guys. So let me open up the playbook so I can go through with you guys step by step and kind of break it down for you guys of different ways that I use it. So I'm going to screen share again. This is our playbook, okay? I want you guys to use this for intention. The intentional side of your business is going to come from here. Why are you doing this industry? Customer pain points. If you are here for energy, what about the energy do you need? That's what you're going to put here. Promoter pain points, comp plan side. If you're here for weekly pay, what about weekly pay changes your life? What about weekly pay helps you? What is the intention behind it? The next thing is going to be your 5s list. This is where you're going to pull different things And of course it always tells you where you can find examples and trainings on each topic at the top as well if you are struggling with ideas and concepts. I will have a 5s list video though in this boot camp as well. But this is where you're going to put and pull for your topics. So say you want to talk about the products, right? Well, you will pull one of your product 5s like energy, and then pull your intentional side from what you need energy for. And that's going to be your content topic. And this is also the 2 big things that you're going to pull from for the batching portion of the Sunday Zooms that we offer with our team. The next thing is going to be your monthly goals. So here's my thing with goals is I love to set them, but they mean nothing if you don't have an action plan behind them. Okay. So having these goals and checking them off and holding yourself accountable is amazing. But if you don't have an action plan behind it, this sheet is going to mean absolutely nothing if you aren't planning out and batching what you're going to actually do. Sample tracker. I love sampling. I think that samples change the game. And that comes from somebody who used to hate samples. I never offered samples. I hated samples, wanted nothing to do with them. And now I offer them like I'm Oprah giving out cars. Like you get a sample, you get a sample, you get a sample. And I follow this to a T. I create them a customer account. Send the sample, send them a text with all their information. Once they receive it, I send them how to use it. Then I make sure that they are in the customer page. I follow up with them. And then once they order, they order. So I utilize this monthly. Here is a tracker for 10+2. 10+2 is 10 samples sent and 2 customer or promoter orders from those samples sent. This is my goal every single month is to at least fill this. And most months I personally fill it up a couple times, but this is my goal for every single month is to make sure that I'm sending out samples and converting them into customers. Every 14 days is a new 14 days. This is my VIP tracker once your VIP period is over. So I put my promoters that I enroll, my customers that I enroll for day 1 through 14, day 15 through 30 or 31, promoters here, customers here. This is like my VIP trackers for myself to keep track of what I'm doing. IPA reminder. So again, this is something that's going to be shared in that overall team chat. Every single morning, I will share my personal IPAs with some tips and tricks, but IPAs are a non-negotiable for this boot camp. And then I love these weekly IPAs. These are things that I personally do for myself and my team. You guys as a leader, these are things that I do, but if you don't have a team or you are brand new, or maybe you are just focusing on building your business side of it, like the customer side, these promoter follow-ups are something that every single person should be doing regardless. Here's an IPA tracker. If you're somebody that needs to check things off, it goes by days of the month and by each IPA, and it gives you room to add in new ones if you have others that you want to add. Daily gratitude. This is huge for me. It changes my business and it reminds me what we have right now. And that is huge, huge, huge for growing. An example of a weekly focus. I personally, this is great, but if you are looking for more of a content focused one, the content map is my suggestion over this one, but this is just a good reminder if you need just some things to kind of plan off of. You will utilize the weekly focus and the daily focus in the Sunday planning and batching Zoom. My favorite thing to do is to plan out my week and then each day do this for myself so I have it in front of me for what to do. This is a really, really good resource for those who are enrolling promoters so you can keep track of where people are and what they're doing, what guide they're on, so you don't lose track of what you tagged them in last. And then auto ship so you can keep track of that. Customer info, potentials info, month if you want to plan out your month, and then a brain dump, and then just some social media audits with an extra PPA tracker. So just to kind of break down that playbook for you, it's like the inside of my brain. Okay. You don't have to print it out if that is not something that you are interested in, if you're not a paper person, but I will tell you that utilizing the playbook was the biggest change in my business. It got me a little bit more organized. It helped me just basically hold myself accountable. If you're like me and you're very independent, you're very self-sufficient, and you like really don't need anybody to check in on you, then this is basically you checking in on yourself and checking yourself and holding yourself accountable. If you're the opposite, this is a great way for you to get a little bit more self-disciplined on that independent side, to be able to kind of step away from needing as much hand-holding. Hand-holding is not bad. I don't ever think it's bad, but one day you're going to want to do this for yourself, by yourself, and run with it and feel confident enough to not have to reach out to somebody for every step that you take in your business. And for me, this playbook sets you up for those actions. So if you can use it on a iPad, you can use it on you can print it out. I have mine in a binder. I just 3-ring hole punch it. I print it out a new one every month. And I work through it every single month. So that is the systems, the resources, and the tools available to you guys. A little refresher if you've been here for a little bit, or maybe you're new. So this is something of kind of a new thing for you, and you get to experience everything that is here for you. But here's the thing. We have the best systems and the best resources and the best tools in this company. I will say it. I would say it to any single person who asks me. I know what we have our hands on, and I know what I've created, but at the end of the day, it means absolutely nothing for your business if you are not utilizing it and using it and implementing it. Okay. As many synonyms as I can for that word. It means absolutely nothing that they are there and created and sitting in a team page if you are then not utilizing them, if you are not applying them to your social media or to your business. So by the end of this, we will have had all of our highlights done. We will have been used to talking in our stories and being in our stories on a more regular basis, and hopefully creating some more conversations and relationships along the way, that by the end of this 30 days, you have started fresh new conversations. So your homework, besides the 2 topics that you're going to do into the team page, but your homework is to get into your stories and post an op story, whether it be face-to-face. So talking like this, talking about the opportunity and what's available. And my favorite thing to do when talking about the opportunity is to pull for my 5s. So for me, it's the no monthly fees. It's the weekly pay. It's the VIP bonus in your first 14 days. It's the free products, the no auto ship requirements, and the no cold messaging, right? Those are really, really big for me. So every single time I go into my opportunity stories on my face-to-face to talk on my stories on Instagram, I always mention those things, and I talk about the basics, because here's the thing. Somebody starting out today has no idea what our company and what's available here, but sharing those simple basics are what's going to get them in your inbox, because it sets us apart. So share the things that drew you to Thrive as a company. What drew you here and what is important to you? And whatever those are, that's what you need to talk about. So do a face-to-face in your stories today, or share a graphic. And if you need a graphic, an opportunity graphic, they are in, like I just showed you in the guides. Work your way through that and find an opportunity graphic that you like, or make a new one. However you want to do it is up to you, but make sure that you're sharing about the opportunity just as much as we're talking about the products. We spent the last 9 days really igniting our network with what Thrive is and the product side of it, that we need to also sprinkle in that opportunity side just as much. So today is going to be opportunity based. Don't forget though to put your stories in your stories, to put your products in your stories, and to be bold and to be present. Just because you are face-to-face or you post an opportunity story does not mean that you worked your business for that day. You still have to utilize your stories. And I know I've talked a lot about that so far this boot camp, but stories are truly where that selling aspect happens. So using these systems, the playbook, the tools, the graphics, every single thing that's here for you is going to be a game changer for your business. And I know, because it's exactly what I do for my business, that has literally made our family multi-million dollars. Okay. At this point, we could have earned that millionaire award recipient more than once. Okay. And I just earned it May of last year. So May of 22. Okay. So if that tells you that these resources and the things that we're doing work, they work. You just have to consistently do it. Don't just commit to utilizing these systems and this playbook for this month during the boot camp. Commit for every single month, regardless if the boot camp is live or on the replay, because it's going to change your business the more consistent you are and the more you're showing up with it. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and we will chat tomorrow. Bye, guys.